This episode of New Jersey Living is being filmed in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We are right here in the heart of the Meadowlands Sports Complex. Behind me, as you can see, MetLife Stadium, home venue for the New York Giants and the New York Jets. But here we go again with the New Yorks when it's right here in New Jersey, right? So part of the conundrum of being in Jersey, even though we have so much on this side when it comes to sports, we get the New York tag in front of it. And I understand the history behind it, but I'm not going to get into it. So we're here in the Meadowlands. This is the venue, like I mentioned, for the, two of the major sports teams, but also major venues for concerts. Just last week, this past weekend to be exact, the Queen, Beyonce, had her concerts here. And Taylor Swift has also recently had concerts here as well. So this is a venue that draws tremendous crowds, which means substantial tax revenue. So East Rutherford is a municipality that definitely benefits from a tax-based standpoint of having this sports complex right here. All right, so and we're going to jump into some more dynamics of East Rutherford as it pertains to the Big Three when we head over to our next scene right here, still in the complex itself. So here in the complex, you have the stadium, you have the racetrack, and there's also the new mall, American Dream Mall. So that's here as well. Major draw for the entire region. There's the mall I had mentioned before in my Sea Caucus episode about some features that are in the mall. Although we are neighboring to Sea Caucus where we are right now, the mall's right here in East Rutherford, another substantial component to the tax base. But those features in the mall that really stand out are the water park, the Nickelodeon water park, and Big Mountain, I want to say it's called, but that's the indoor ski and kind of snowboarding venue that is year-round. So you can literally, on a summer day, come in with shorts and sandals and suit up for an experience of skiing with all the equipment provided right there for you, with the exception of gloves. So it's, this is an area where people are going to visit at some point in time throughout the entire area of northern Jersey, southern Jersey, even New York, because of course this, when a few more weeks, is going to be jumping, right? So you have the Jets and the Giants, with the Jets actually launching their season tonight with the Hall of Fame game. So some insights on East Rutherford. We're going to jump into the Big Three, like I said, in a little few minutes. But we're going to talk about just generally what the Meadowlands is all about in terms of location and in terms of commuting, in terms of back and forth to New York City, as well as northern and southern New Jersey. So the Turnpike runs directly through where we are right now. I can hear it in the background right now. This general area is part of the Hackensack River Basin, so it's a lot of marshes here. There's a lot of protected land because you have a lot of wildlife with fish, waterfowl, crabs, things like that are native to this area, and it's being protected because at one point in time, a lot of these areas were used as just landfill, just dump sites that, probably a substantial amount of it coming from New York City and going back years past. But we have a lot of protected land here now. On the map, we are in view of Midtown Manhattan, just a quick and easy 15-minute drive from where I am right now to get over to the Lincoln Tunnel. So this is some of that Big Three that I'm going to jump into, but just wanted to talk about how it's a suburban town, but it's very much just outside the urban area of New York City and Hudson County, which tends to be a bit more on the urban side than suburbs. So this is kind of like that real, true beginning of the suburbs as you get into New Jersey outside of New York. All right, so we're going to take a quick walk over to another spot and continue with our next part of the opening scene. I'll see you there. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey with Coldwell Banker and team leader of the New Jersey Living Group. Our job is to deliver content like this to viewers like you. And our goal is to deliver 5-star content that reflects the 5-star ratings of our previous clients. So we welcome you to join us if you're looking to learn all things New Jersey. Obviously, the real estate market, the dining scene, social entertainment venues, and iconic locations. If you're into these things, this is the channel for you. So go ahead and click like, subscribe, and a notification bell. Please do reach out to us, contact us, leave some comments right here. We welcome the Jersey Hunters who have been here with us all along. Welcome also to those who are viewing for the first time. We cover all the neighborhoods, for the most part, in the suburbs of New York City here on the New Jersey side of the Hudson. So thanks again for joining us today. We're covering one of the iconic locations here in New Jersey, Meadowlands Sports Complex. So we're going to jump right into the big three, and the big three, for those who are new, are the three factors that drive the highest demand in the real estate market here in New Jersey. Factor one, proximity to New York City. I'm going to flash up the East Rutherford map. We are directly west of Manhattan. You can see the skyline. It's very clear anywhere from up at this stadium. I'm just going to pan around a little bit so you can see a little glimpse of MetLife once again. So from the higher levels of that stadium, you'll be able to see a very, very clear sight line of the Manhattan Midtown skyline. So check mark there. We're just outside of Manhattan. Second one is train station, and I am here at a train station that is I'm gonna call it pseudo train station, if you will, because the Meadowlands train is not running on a routine basis. This runs on game day for Sundays, and it runs on major venues like the Beyonce concert that occurred just this past weekend, Taylor Swift, any kind of major events that are happening, this train will be running, but otherwise it's not really running, and this is not a residential area. It's just for major entertainment and sports venue. But there's another train station that is just over the line of East Rutherford. It's in Rutherford, but I mean literally on the borderline, but on the Rutherford side of the borderline. But I am going to give a check mark because there are so many residents in East Rutherford that have quick and easy access to that train. So I'm going to give it a check. Plus the buses for both Rutherford and East Rutherford make it very convenient to get into the city. So check mark for the commutability with local train. And then when it comes to schools, I reserve a check mark for A rating on niche.com. I keep my subjective opinions out of it. There is a B rating for East Rutherford. So the B rated schools does not mean it's a poor or underperforming school district. It just means it doesn't rank as the highest performing and elite level school districts here in New Jersey, of which there are many. And New Jersey is a high performing public education state in the nation, always in the top tier, always. So B is nothing to be disappointed about, but it just does not get a check mark because it doesn't get that A rating on niche. All right, so and with the schools, should be mentioned, the East Rutherford School District is K-8. There's a regional Beckton High School that combines both East Rutherford and Carlstadt together. All right, so all in all, 2 out of 3 is a pretty good indicator of a location that would be relatively solid demand. And also consider this, that because of this, and you only can see really the MetLife Stadium from where I am right now. You really can't see the mall. You can't see the racetrack. The Giants training facility is on the other side of this general complex, but the Giants do train here as well. We're not seeing, everything here, but there is a substantial tax base right here in this location. So everyone in town, the residents, in terms of property taxes, receive the benefits of that, right? So we're going to see noticeable differences of taxes here in comparison to the neighbor just to our west and south a little bit, which is Rutherford. All right, so there's some obviously some road footage and some neighborhood footage that you're going to see along the way in this journey. We have 3 properties that we're going to take a look at. So thank you for coming again. Enjoy the ride. Drop some comments. Reach out if you need any questions answered, any assistance, or drop some comments in if you know the area, want to add some more commentary. Keep it positive, of course. We appreciate those who have been contributing to this journey with our online postings. So let's get this journey started. I'll see you at the first stop. Here we are at our first East Brunswick property stop. We are in front of 96 Prospect Terrace. So as you probably can make out with these photos here, what you can see, this is a property that is under renovation, definitely. I can see that it's pretty much vacated, and they have the retention wall and what looks to be some landscape work to be done over. This was a property that is half a duplex, essentially. There's no HOA here, so unlike a true townhome or something like that, but it's a duplex where you're of course sharing a common wall with your neighbor, but your backyard is yours, and you're free to renovate, do whatever you want to do, as you can see they're doing here. Was listed at $400,000, sold at $450,000, 3-bed, bath and a half, and it was advertised as being just short of 2,000 square feet. And just looking at the profile, it's a larger property for your typical duplex style. So it's plenty of opportunity to take advantage of extensive space. Now there's not parking here, and I'm going to pan around a little. You can see that this is a street that has a blend of colonial style homes, and most of them do have at least a driveway like this property right here, but there's strictly street parking in this scenario. So what's likely happening here is someone may have bought this as investment to purchase at $450,000, put some work into it, and either use it as a rental to hold it long term, or as a potential flip. What you should notice is the tax difference. So if you've seen the previous episode in Rutherford, New Jersey, you're going to see a noticeable difference in taxes. So as I alluded to in the opening scene, there is a very, very solid tax base for East Rutherford, given the Meadowlands Sports Complex with MetLife Stadium. Of course, the mall there, like everything that's there, is going to generate significant income to the municipality. So it is reflected in tax rates here. All right, so this is, I wouldn't call this typical entry level, because this is more of a fixer-upper type of either investment or first-time buyer looking to put some equity into something, to sweat equity, that is, to make it their own. But what's nice is in your backyard, which you can't see from here. You have to be on the second floor to see this view, but I'm going to flash up really quickly directly behind this block, and you can see it certainly in some of the homes further down the street. Is a pretty distinct Manhattan skyline view, right? So because we're kind of elevated up on the hill here. So that's a nice feature if you are upstairs in this property and looking out the back window. All right, so this is stop number 1 of 3. Enjoy some road footage. I'll see you at the next stop. Here we are at our second stop in East Rutherford, 180 Everett Place. This is a 4-bedroom, 2 full bath, single family home. And as you can see behind me, significant driveway right here for off-street parking. The property, as you might be able to discern just from the exterior, has been renovated. So we're talking about, your siding, your roof, your HVAC, like the interior. There's been a substantial renovation on this given property. Listed basically at $660, sold at $681, just roughly 2 weeks on the market. So again, reflective of what we see in this market. If there is an upgrade, if there is recent work, it is certainly a property that's going to move really quickly, right? So we're not seeing any changes, even with our rate environment now being solidly in the 7s, although there's a lot of fluctuation that has happened over the past couple of weeks. The rates are still pretty solidly landing mid-7, low 7, and the activity is pushing forward on homes like this. So just to pan around a little bit, just to give you a little view of wider street. variety of home styles, but very, very well kept, very well put together, well maintained. One of the schools is directly down the street, and again, we're just like a quick drive to get over to train station. Bus lines run directly through town. It's a very, very commuter friendly location for those that are back and forth in the city. All right, so this, from a tax standpoint, right at about 7,000. So going back to that whole tax number, our first property under 7,000, this one right at 7,000. You can see the tax benefits of, again, sharing the same municipal boundaries as the Meadowlands Sports Complex. All right, so we've got one more property to take a look at. Enjoy some of this neighborhood footage you're going to see along the way, and I'll see you there. We're at our final stop here in East Rutherford. Behind me is 231 Hackensack Street, right across the street. Before I get into these details, just want to again thank everybody for joining, following, viewing. If you are looking for some insights that I or my team can assist with, be it the value of your home, getting insights on a specific location, looking to buy and trying to figure out where and at what price, or just have some insights about one of these communities that we're covering, feel free to reach out. My contact information is right here in the details. Feel free to drop a comment as well. They're always welcome. Just keep it positive. So this property has all appearances of more of a land and renovation purpose. The lot itself is almost a half acre, almost just under 20,000 square feet. And the property itself is definitely a large Dutch Colonial that needs renovation. So that could be renovated and or subdivided to add another property, or torn down for something different altogether. It originally was listed at 1.7 million, dropped down to 1.3, and eventually sold at 1.15. Now this was on the market for almost a full year. All right, so this is not your typical residential sale the way we show in most of our sale activity in episode to episode. So we're including this one because there has been just very limited sale inventory over the past 2 months in East Rutherford. So and when it comes to single family home, that is. So our focus on single family home only had 3 over the past 2 months, so we included this one as well. So as you can see, relatively busy street right here because this leads directly into the downtown Rutherford area where the train station is, and on the other end you'll go towards Woodridge and Hasbrook Heights. So this is a main road going back and forth through that main Rutherford downtown area. So just giving again some insights on why East Rutherford is a great option. Taxes. That's one reason. All right, so the school ratings, as you saw in the opening scene, B-rated school rating still does not reflect poor schools, but doesn't reflect those elite level schools. But the proximity, the transport, be it by train or by bus to get into Manhattan, extremely convenient. So these are some definite notables as to why East Brunswick is a viable option for those that are looking for reasonable price properties in northern New Jersey, close proximity to the city. So I want to thank everybody again for joining. Again, if you are an agent, you're still looking for some opportunities to grow your business, we're still growing. So feel free to reach out. So thanks again. We'll see you next episode. Stay tuned to New Jersey Living.